What made the Marathas so formidable? It wasn't just their guerrilla tactics. It was the firepower they wielded. Today, we uncover the forgotten world of Maratha artillery, the cannons and war machines that helped build an empire. Join us as we journey back to the Western Ghats, where the thunder of Maratha guns echoed across the land. Maratha power began with Shivaji Maharaj's vision for an independent kingdom. He used the Sahyadri mountains and a network of hill forts to outmaneuver larger armies. Swift cavalry and guerrilla tactics, Ganimikava, became their signature. But Shivaji soon realized that to truly challenge empires, he needed artillery, technology that could breach walls and command respect. This insight set the stage for a new era of Maratha warfare. In the chronicles of warfare, artillery emerged not merely as a weapon, but as a transformative force. It reshaped battlefields and redefined military strategy. Artillery became the backbone, the very sinew of power, of Maratha conquest and defense. Their mastery of artillery wasn't just about possessing the biggest guns, it was about understanding how to integrate these weapons into a comprehensive military doctrine. Heavy cannons, formidable instruments of destruction, became synonymous with Maratha power. These weren't just cannons, they were symbols of defiance, instruments of liberation, hauled over rugged terrain, a testament to Maratha ingenuity and determination. The sheer effort required to move these behemoths across mountains and valleys speaks volumes about their commitment to victory. Battered enemy fortresses, reducing once impregnable walls to rubble. Each cannonball was a statement, a declaration that no fortress, no matter how formidable, could withstand the might of the Marathas. Breaking sieges that once took years. What once seemed insurmountable became achievable in a fraction of the time, thanks to the devastating power of Maratha artillery. Maratha forts bristled with cannons, each one strategically positioned to maximize its impact. These weren't just defensive emplacements, they were offensive platforms, ready to unleash a storm of iron upon any aggressor, turning them into deadly strongholds. Forts transformed from mere shelters into formidable bastions of power, projecting Maratha influence across the landscape. Any attacker faced relentless fire, a constant barrage that tested their resolve and shattered their formations. The air would be thick with smoke, and the ground would tremble under the force of the explosions, from well-placed guns, expertly sighted and meticulously maintained. The gunners were masters of their craft, able to deliver devastating blows with pinpoint accuracy, making sieges costly and demoralizing. The price of attacking a Maratha fort was steep, often leading to crippling losses and a complete breakdown of morale. The Marathas mastered the art of matching weapon to terrain, understanding that the right tool in the right place could turn the tide of battle. Heavy guns for sieges, capable of pulverizing even the most formidable fortifications. Lighter pieces for mobile warfare. These cannons could be rapidly deployed and redeployed, allowing the Marathas to strike quickly and decisively. This tactical flexibility was key, allowing them to adapt to any situation and outmaneuver their enemies. To their military success. The Marathas' innovative use of artillery, combined with their strategic brilliance, cemented their place as a dominant force in the region. The Maratha arsenal was a fascinating blend of local ingenuity and strategic foreign imports. It wasn't just about possessing weapons, it was about understanding their strengths and integrating them into a cohesive fighting force. The Marathas were masters of adaptation, always seeking to improve their capabilities on the battlefield. Light, mobile bronze cannons, jejalas or garnels, were a common sight in Maratha armies. These smaller cannons were incredibly versatile, easy to transport and quick to deploy, making them ideal for skirmishes and ambushes. They effectively supported fast-moving troops, providing crucial fire support during rapid maneuvers and flanking attacks. The mobility of these cannons allowed Maratha forces to maintain a dynamic and unpredictable battlefield presence. At the other end of the spectrum, massive siege guns stood ready to smash fortifications. These behemoths of artillery were essential for breaching enemy defenses and laying siege to heavily fortified positions. Some heavy cannons were skillfully cast on site, showcasing the Marathas' advanced metallurgical capabilities and their commitment to self-sufficiency in arms production. However, others were strategically acquired from the Mughals or European powers, demonstrating a pragmatic approach to supplementing their own production with the best available technology from around the world. The Marathas astutely adapted Portuguese and Dutch, French and English designs, carefully studying their strengths and weaknesses to incorporate the most effective elements into their own artillery. This resulted in the creation of a diverse but remarkably effective arsenal, capable of meeting a wide range of tactical challenges on the battlefield. Their true strength lay not just in possessing these weapons, but in their ability to adopt and adapt them, constantly refining their designs and tactics to gain an edge over their enemies. The Marathas were always on the lookout for the best technology available, regardless of its origin, and were quick to integrate it into their military system. Pragmatism, not prestige or tradition, defined their approach to weaponry. They prioritized functionality and effectiveness above all else, ensuring that their army was always equipped with the tools it needed to succeed. Gunpowder, a seemingly simple mixture, was in reality the lifeblood, the very essence that fueled the Maratha war machine. It was more than just an explosive. It was the key to their military dominance. It was the lifeblood of Maratha artillery, the force that propelled their cannons and secured their victories on countless battlefields. Without it, their strategic advantage would simply cease to exist. Recognizing its critical importance, the Marathas strategically controlled saltpeter-rich regions, the source of a key ingredient. This control wasn't just about access, it was about ensuring self-sufficiency and denying resources to their enemies. To further secure their supply, they established local workshops, darukhane, scattered throughout their territories. These weren't just simple operations. They were vital hubs of production and innovation. These darukhane were established to ensure a steady and reliable supply of gunpowder free from external dependencies. This strategic move allowed the Marathas to maintain their military readiness at all times. Skilled craftsmen, the unsung heroes of the Maratha military, mixed the volatile ingredients with precision and care. Their expertise was paramount, as even the slightest miscalculation could have disastrous consequences. They understood that quality meant power, that the effectiveness of their artillery directly depended on the quality of the gunpowder they produced. A superior powder meant a more powerful and accurate shot. Cannons, the heavy hitters of the Maratha army, fired solid iron balls with devastating force, designed to smash walls and fortifications. These massive projectiles could cripple enemy defenses in a single blow. They also utilized grapeshot, a cluster of smaller projectiles, to devastate enemy troops, turning the battlefield into a scene of utter chaos. Grapeshot was particularly effective against massed infantry formations. Each shot fired was not a matter of chance, but a product of careful resource management, meticulous planning, and the technical skill of countless individuals. Every detail mattered, from the sourcing of materials to the final firing of the cannon. The Marathas' comprehensive command of gunpowder production, from raw materials to finished product, this mastery kept their war machine alive, fueled their conquests, and ultimately shaped the destiny of their empire. It was the engine of their military success. Maratha forts were masterpieces of defensive design, with artillery at their core. Cannons were placed in bastions for overlapping fields of fire, creating deadly crossfires. Fort walls featured machicolations and gun slits, maximizing defense while minimizing exposure. Swivel guns added rapid response firepower, repelling attackers at close range. These layered defenses made Maratha forts nearly impregnable. The fort itself became a weapon, not just a refuge. The Marathas took their firepower to sea, building a navy to control the Konkan coast. Ships like the Gurab and Galivat, armed with cannons, used hit-and-run tactics against larger European vessels. Naval artillery crippled enemy ships, cleared decks for boarding, and protected Maratha trade. Their mastery of coastal warfare made them a dominant force in the Arabian Sea. Artillery was as crucial on water as it was on land. The Marathas eagerly learned from European rivals, hiring foreign gunners and advisors. French officers like Benoit de Boigne trained Maratha troops in European artillery tactics. New brigades marched in formation, fired in volleys, and operated cannons with precision. This hybrid force combined European discipline with Maratha tenacity. However, adopting foreign methods sometimes meant losing the flexibility of traditional tactics. The Marathas balanced innovation with their own strengths. The Third Battle of Panipat was a turning point. The Marathas' powerful but static artillery faced Afghan forces with mobile camel-mounted guns. Afghan Zamburaks outmaneuvered Maratha cannons, breaking their formations. The defeat taught the Marathas that mobility and rate of fire were as vital as raw power. Leaders like Mahaji Scindia began overhauling the artillery corps, focusing on lighter, mobile units. Panipat's tragedy sparked crucial military innovation. The need for artillery drove the growth of Maratha arms industries. Foundries in Pune, Gwalior and Indore produced cannons tailored to Maratha needs. Skilled artisans mastered metallurgy, casting iron and bronze guns with precision. Domestic production reduced reliance on foreign suppliers and allowed for experimentation. These forges became the heart of Maratha military power. Control over weapon production was key to their independence. Ibrahim Khan Gardi symbolized the professionalization of Maratha artillery. Trained by French officers, he brought discipline and modern tactics to the Maratha army. His corps, equipped with superior French cannons, fought bravely at Panipat, inflicting heavy losses. Though he fell in battle, his legacy inspired future reforms. Ibrahim Khan's innovations laid the foundation for a modern Maratha artillery. After Panipat, mobility became the focus of Maratha artillery. Horse-drawn, lighter cannons allowed rapid redeployment on the battlefield. Artillerymen became skilled riders and gunners, able to fire and move with speed. This new flexibility complemented Maratha cavalry tactics. Mobile artillery gave commanders the power to strike, reinforce or pursue at will. The Marathas remained a feared force through constant adaptation. By the 1800s, the Marathas faced the industrial might of the British. British artillery was lighter, more reliable, and mass-produced, giving them a decisive edge. In battles like Assaye, Maratha guns fought bravely but were outmatched by British firepower and logistics. The technological gap proved insurmountable. The defeat marked the end of Maratha dominance and the rise of the British rule in India. The roar of Maratha cannons faded into history. Today, Maratha cannons stand silent in forts and museums, relics of a glorious past. Massive guns like the Menda Topa still guard the ramparts of Maharashtra's forts. Many are adorned with intricate carvings, blending artistry with power. Museums preserve these weapons, showcasing their craftsmanship and history. Each cannon tells a story of ambition, conflict, and innovation. They are enduring symbols of Maratha legacy. The Maratha legacy is one of adaptation and synthesis. They mastered artillery, blending Indian tradition with foreign innovation. Their tactics and industry forced rivals to modernize, changing Indian warfare forever. The thunder of their cannons announced a new era of military professionalism. Their spirit, resilient, resourceful, and independent, lives on in the weapons they left behind. For the Marathas, artillery was more than a weapon, it was a symbol of honor and sovereignty. Cannons were revered and named and fiercely defended in battle. Their story is one of courage, ingenuity, and relentless pursuit of freedom. Today, these silent giants remind us of the vision and spirit that shaped a subcontinent. The echo of their legacy endures. The story of Maratha artillery is a testament to vision, adaptation, and innovation. Their cannons shaped history, blending indigenous skill with global technology. Though their thunder has faded, their impact echoes through time. For more epic history, if this journey into the firepower of the Marathas fascinated you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crazy Color Facts. More epic history awaits, only here, where the past comes alive.